Hey foodies, let's get started on this delicious treat. We are going to be mixing the dry ingredients first. So in the bowl I have all-purpose flour and I just added pumpkin spice and grated nutmeg, then some baking soda and a baking powder, and now some salt. Of course, if you don't have pumpkin spice, then you can just add the ingredients for pumpkin spice, like the ginger, the cloves, the cinnamon. So just whisk all of this together. And then we will focus on the wet ingredients. So for the wet ingredients, there's brown sugar and granulated sugar here. I'm going to add eggs, vanilla, and then just mix them together with your mixer. And then we'll add some oil later on. So that has come together, and then we're going to add the vegetable oil while mixing. And now you're going to fold the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients a little at a time. You could use the spatula or a wooden spoon. If you want to speed things up, you can just go ahead and do it with a mixer instead. After all the dry ingredients have been folded into the wet ingredients, then add the carrot. So I shredded the carrot using a box grater, and then we're going to just fold that in. Now, of course, everybody has their own way of making carrot cake. Some people like to add some nuts and some pineapples. Whatever you like, you can go ahead and add the extras, but this is how I like my carrot cake. Please make sure that your oven has been preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to be putting this in a loaf pan. You can grease it, you can grease and flour it, or you could use one of these. I love these, super convenient. And just pour that in, bake it for about 45 minutes, then check it with a toothpick or a skewer to see if it comes out dry. If it's still wet, continue to bake it for about 55 minutes. So that's 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 to 55 minutes. And here we go, guys, our delicious carrot loaf. It's gonna be so tender and moist on the inside. You can add frosting, of course, if you want to. I let it cool down in the pan for about 10 minutes. Then I remove the paper and let it cool again. And for the frosting, you want to make sure you have your frosting good to go while this is cool, while the cake is cooling down, then you could just make the frosting. I have in here butter and cream cheese. Make sure that they are soft so that it'll be easy to mix them together. Once they are thoroughly creamed together and you're not seeing any streaks, then you can add some sifted icing sugar. Now, of course, you could do your regular cream cheese frosting, but I wanted it to be pourable. So after this, I will add vanilla and the milk. The milk is just going to help to make it a little more pourable. So go ahead, mix these in, then add a pinch of salt, vanilla, and milk. So when adding the milk, make sure you add like a tablespoon at a time. Don't just pour all of it in there, okay? So just pour a little at a time, mix it in, and then check to see how pourable the frosting is. And then you can stop adding milk once you are satisfied with the texture. So once it is good to go, just pour it onto your loaf. Make sure the loaf is cooled down, okay? No specific way, just pour it on. Unless you want to do some kind of pattern, you can do that. But you can just pour it all over and then slice that up. I absolutely love the texture of this carrot loaf. It is so tender, and then the frosting, it is absolutely delicious. Let me know if you've made any carrot cake lately or carrot loaf lately. And if not, give this recipe a try. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Thank you for watching and take care.